Alright, now we're doing the valve cover pan gaskets. This really sucks. Okay. It's going to be two parts of this so far. Apparently I need to unpause it a little quicker. But done all my torque all the way around. And the valve cover pan, or the head gaskets. I forgot to tell you, pull, which I already did, pull your electrical tape from the head gaskets out before you start torquing. Go ahead and snug it first, it'll come right out. But before you start torquing, go ahead and do that. I'm going to do the valve cover pan gaskets now. And these are pretty simple. Got new grommets. I'm going to put those in. Got new nice blue valve cover pan gaskets. You're just going to pull them. Pop your old one off and put all them on. Okay, another thing is, don't forget your spark plug tube seals. Goes right there. Just kind of pop in there, make sure they're good. And another thing is, you have a longer bolt. Goes in the top of the valve cover pan gasket. Okay, all the shorter ones go center and bottom. Another thing is, make sure you clean all this up real good so the surface will actually, on the gasket, will seal. And not count all that junk don't want to go down in your motor. So we're going to clean this up a little bit, put the valve cover pan gasket on this side. And whenever you do the torque also, go ahead and torque, put on both heads, snug both, and then torque them. It makes it a lot easier. That way you can just do one side and then come over and do the other side and reset your torque wrench and just work your way back and forth. Okay, it gives it a little bit of time to cool down. If you're doing it too quick, I had them heat up and had to let them cool down for a second. So you don't want to keep on torquing them. Another thing I failed to mention, on the bolt holes for your head bolts, I take brake cleaner, put the little tube on there, spray it in there, and where is my tool? Man, I got a mess in here. I don't usually work this bad off. Either way, I got this tool, and what I do is I stick that up in there all the way to the back, and I just work it back and forth. And it's got a valve, hooks up to air. Valve opens it wide open, and blow it out. You can do it with a little air compressor. It just takes more time because air compressor's got air up, so no big deal. But you want to clean out that head bolt hole. If you have any aluminum, which I get it sometimes on the head bolts, after you clean with brake cleaner, you see aluminum down in the grooves, take just a razor blade and pop it out of there. It's real easy to pop out most time. Going to do intake now. Now on intake, I'm going to take my tool again and run it all the way. Kind of sucks I can't do this and do that at the same time. We'll run it all the way down in there and we'll work it back and forth. And we'll do the other one. We'll do all these. We'll blow all these out. Now the valves are closed. Whenever I pull these apart, I pull the time belt off and make sure all the valves are closed with the cams. And then clean all that. That way you ain't got to worry about no debris going down in your fresh clean motor, okay? And never have a problem. Always get it clean. Then you check it with a light. Look down in there. Blow her out again if you got to. You can even spray brake cleaner down in there a little bit if you want to and blow it out. Clean all this up. And be putting on the intake next. Now I put the water port right there, okay? I put silicone on there because it was pitted a little bit. But other than that, it's got new O-rings in there, plus a little bit of silicone to fill in those pits. Definitely replace both them O-rings.